Managing Editor for American Agent and Broker.
Today we're visiting the grounds of Lollapalooza in Chicago to talk about risks and coverages related to this 3-day music festival. With me today are Jared Schmeichel, Director of Underwriting for Fireman's Fund Entertainment, and James Chippendale, Partner at CSI Entertainment Insurance. As James drives us to one of the stages, he discusses the many aspects related to transportation at the festival.
What we do is literally every single piece of the festival, like people who are driving golf carts or minivans, any festival, we run MVR, motor vehicle reports, on every single employee to make sure that they even have a driver's license.
Can you guys tell me about what it's like insuring Lollapalooza? How is insuring the main bands, the main acts, compared to insuring the smaller bands? Because I think there are 130 bands here.
That's right.
How do you cover all of them?
Well, many of the bands are covered by us and about 4 or 5 other carriers. So one of the things James and his team does is go and collect certificates of insurance and make sure that everybody's properly covered, carrying the limits that we require. And for the smaller, and those are the larger acts, and pretty much all of them carry, complete package insurance. So at the smaller bands, we're really concerned about the general liability, as many of them don't have insurance. So we provide an option for them to buy into an insurance product. And again, it provides some risk transfer for everybody else who's involved in this event, who many different insurance carriers cover various aspects of this this weekend. So
yeah, one of the things about little vans is they just barely have enough money to put gas in the van to go travel around the country. So one of the last things that they want to purchase, and which they need to purchase, but the last thing they do purchase is the liability insurance. But most festivals and most venues that they're going to play at are going to require some. So they can buy one-off policies if they're not going to buy just an annual policy. They can buy just a one-day policy to cover their exposure.
Now Lollapalooza, that is 3 nights, 6 stages, and about 130 bands. How do you make sure all of that comes together from a risk management perspective?
A lot of time. I mean, we actually prepare for the festival a year in advance.
A year in advance.
So we're looking at, last year's festival, what we did right, what we did wrong, and how we can make it a little bit better, how we can transfer risks to the other entities that are involved, how we can change security measures, or we can change, the load-in, load-out process. I mean, every little aspect of the festival we analyze for the entire year ahead of time.
And so Lollapalooza, though, not only includes bands, but it includes vendors and food and other forms of entertainment. So how do you make sure all of those things are covered as well?
Well, one of the things we do is we're working with all of these during the contractual process. So once, the different groups that are involved with a big festival start contracting, saying, yes, I'm going to supply the lights, or I'm going to supply the stage, we get involved at that point, making sure that they have the proper insurance. We're checking the certificates, checking to make sure the limits are proper. We basically send them a one sheet saying, you have to live up to these insurance requirements to step foot on the festival ground.
And furthermore, I was going to say there's actually a skateboarding event. So for instance, in that way, James and his team and us are looking at waivers and making sure that each of the participants are signing the waivers that are appropriate for Illinois.
And so then Lollapalooza, from a music festival, it not just has the common risk, but also covers unique risks, such as that skateboarding event. What else would you say is unique about this?
Well, I wouldn't say it's unique about Lollapalooza. I'd say it's unique about any festival. And one of the coverages, that people immediately think of is the general liability. Cover accident injuries if anybody gets hurt on site. But you've got tens of millions of dollars in equipment that are on site as well that can be stolen, damaged. So that's covered as well. You've got hundreds of workers on site, so you've got the workers' compensation issue. You've also got event cancellation issues. So should the event be canceled, there's millions and millions of dollars in risk if the event does not go on. So we do have event cancellation insurance.
And can you describe how Fireman's Fund and CSI has worked together?
Well, first and foremost, Fireman's Fund only works with brokers who provide a specialty or have the experience and knowledge to do exactly what we've been talking about, which is make sure everybody's covered, and if they're not covered, we find a solution for it, and that's exactly what James and his group do, and have been doing for a long time. And so our relationship is probably one of 4 that Fireman's Fund work with, and so we're very selective, and we only work with the best, as we would like to think, and so far it shows in what they do every time we're on festivals. It's complete A to Z risk management.
Well, and here's the thing, because we don't do risk management on anything else. Like, I'm not that intelligent, but I really know event insurance. You know, if you ask me to do risk management on a trucking company, I don't even know what my own auto insurance is. But, you know, we do know festivals, and that's really in music, and that's really all we do. And so when we do come into an event like this, we partner with Fireman's Fund saying, you know, what do you want to see? Here's what we already do. How do you want to fill in any of those gaps? I mean, you know, everything down to working with attorneys to draft, again, waivers, template contracts that they can use for their suppliers and vendors. And, you know, we work together as a team, really, and running everything by them and you know, what they want to see, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are going to have to step up and pay the claims. So if we do our job properly on the front end, you know, put together, you know, the proper risk management plan, you know, it's beneficial for both of us.
And I think one of the things that is a good part is that Fireman's Fund is everywhere in the U.S. and we have claims people. So, you know, for instance, we had the Nashville floods. You know, we're able to have people come in off a plane within a day, you know, within hours, to have people here on site if there is something serious. We're able to provide that just based on how important claims is to this company and the good people we have that come out and are able to work quickly to provide all of the claims needs after the fact. So.
Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed this backstage look at Lollapalooza. Now we'll let James have the last word.
I'll sign off. Signing off. It was a fantastic interview. James was definitely better than Jared.